YouTube family. It's time for the big hair, the curls, the scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Before I get, let's do this. It's not cute not knowing, and now you're gonna know. To know what we're always doing, you gotta subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll never miss a beat. Our prayers and condolences go out to the rapper Rich Homie Quan. They say it's an apparent overdose at his home in Atlanta. He was only 34 years old. Football is back, and on Thursday night, it's kind of like a rematch of the AFC Championships with Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens. Pay attention to the commercials. Megan Thee Stallion teaming up with Travis Kelce in a gladiator-themed Pepsi commercial where they're rocking out to Queens. We will rock you. Tomorrow, if you live in this area, you love the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers, a game on the Peacock Network. But if you live in this area, on our local NBC station, we'll be able to see it. But football is back now tomorrow night as the Eagles take on the Packers. First ever NFL game in South America. First Friday night NFL opener in over 50 years now. There's been a lot of concern about this trip, this game. They can't go anywhere. They can't come out of their rooms. They can't be getting no text messages. They are there to strictly play football, but football is back. At the movies, Beetlejuice 2, Michael Keaton is back. He's gracing the cover of People magazine, and he says he wants to go back to using his real name. Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas. Who knew? But you've been Michael Keaton forever. So, Beetlejuice 2, he's back. Winona Ryder is back. Jenna Ortega is part of the cast, and a lot of people are excited. Will this movie knock off Deadpool? Because Deadpool has been hard to knock off at the box office, but will Beetlejuice 2 do it? Can't wait to go home because it's an 8-part series. So I'm going to be watching it for a minute. We're talking about Fight Night, the $1 million heist on the Peacock Network. Taraji P. Henson was one of the stars at a premiere. She was damn near naked, but she looked good. She looked amazing. It was like Taraji, Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle, Samuel L. Jackson, Kevin Hart, Lori Harvey. This is the premise. 1970, biggest fight at that time, Muhammad Ali, Jerry Quarry. First time Muhammad Ali is stepping back into the boxing ring after refusing to go into service. Big fight night in Atlanta, and it was a who's who of all the big time movers, shakers. They're all there. Well, they all get robbed. Now, this is based on a real life story, and this morning, Samuel L. Jackson was saying that in real life, they left them naked. They took everything. But in this version, Will Packard's version, they all get robbed. And then they go to find who robbed us. 8-part crime series. Will Packer, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. But it starts streaming today on the Peacock Network. Yesterday, I was talking about Naomi Campbell. She was the first black woman on the cover of Vogue. Her and Anna Wintour are fighting. She's been on Vogue more times than any other black woman, but she was the first on the cover of Vogue magazine. Want to clear that up. Tamar Braxton, it's getting worse. She's about to get into we're only going to talk about you once a week file. You know the Braxton family, they got a new reality show. Now, this could all be tied into the reality show, which she doesn't want anything to do with. She did marry that white guy in Atlanta. They were married for 3 months and had it annulled. She accused him of cheating. He accused her of just being crazy, couldn't deal with it anymore. Some of her exes are coming forward to talk about her abusive behavior, including the, an African prince, the guy, David. It doesn't look good for Tamar because she keeps putting these videos out. Now, she says she's on her meds, but she ain't acting like it. She can sing. Now, she can't sing and dance. She can't sing and dance because she was so out of breath something is going on. Is it attention for the reality show? Does she just need attention? Where's Vince? We want Vince to come back into our life, the first husband. What does her son think? Who's got to be either a teenager or almost a teenager. She's doing a lot of things. She's doing a lot of videos, and she's looking bizarre. That's what we're going to say. She doesn't want anything to do. She's not even speaking to her sisters about this reality show. They do these shows for money. And then they say, I wish I hadn't done it. Because it's backlash against the Braxtons. Because how they're exploiting the sister, her death, Tracy's death. Tamar, you did it for money. But now this other stuff, oh gosh, it's just a mess. Marlon Wayans, if you know me, you know he's a personal favorite of mine. He sits down with Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay. He revealed how NBC didn't want to pick up the Wayans show because they didn't like John Witherspoon, the late actor and comedian. They thought he was too ghetto. So they wound up going to the WB network. He talked about how Fox disrespected the Wayans family, how the idea for Scary Movie was stolen from them by Harvey Weinstein and his brother. He really revealed a lot. I have always liked him. I particularly like when Marlon is serious like he is in Bel Air, playing Will's dad, who was never there for him, how he was in the Aretha Franklin movie with Jennifer Hudson. I love him playing a dramatic role. He's still doing stand-up, still doing his thing. But it was a very revealing interview. I'm going to turn you into a couple of things. Singer Tank and Bobby Valentine, they have a podcast, R&B Money Lovers, and they recently sat down with Dionne Warwick. It was a great conversation about music, the music scene today, her career. They recently sat down with one of my faves, singer Jerry Osborne, who has always been a proponent of old school music because you think those songs will never go away. Real singers, real musicians, just real songs. And it was just a great conversation. Tank, R&B, he interviews a lot of great people, but just in the past couple of weeks, he's had Robin Thicke, Dionne Warwick, and he had Jeffrey Osborne, and it was a great conversation. Prayers for Paula Abdul. Maybe it was the years of dancing. She's got a lot of injuries, and now she has to be hospitalized, which is going to keep her off the road for a long time. They say it's going to be a long road to recovery for Paula Abdul, who is in her 60s, but she has to undergo a series of operations. Rapper, actress, Eve has done it all. Daytime shows. She has written a book that comes out September 17th. Who's That Girl? Her story is amazing. Growing up here in Philadelphia, at one point she was a stripper. She says it was rapper Mace who told her, girl, focus on the music. Focus on the music and stop being in this world of strippers. Of course, we know her rapping, the TV show, Eve. She's really done it all. And now she is a mom, married to a billionaire. She looks good and she's living good. And she's telling her story. I can't wait to catch up with her because I always wonder how hard it is to tell the story of how you were at 17, which obviously you're not that same person in your 40s. I always wonder because people think that you can't grow. And I'm going to tell you something. It was gospel singer Yolanda Adams who said it the best. She's appreciative for every journey because she says she had to grow to be who she is today. She had to go through all that. Can't wait to see Eve, but it's Who's That Girl? Comes out September 17th, and she talks about a tubal pregnancy, dealing with fibroids. She really lays it out there. Now, I have something to share for you. I always talk about Tamron Hall. She used to be my intern like 30 years ago at the radio station I work with, WDAS. Well, I did the commercials for the start of season 6, and they sent me the ultimate goodie bag. Wait a minute. I've never met a bag I didn't like. She sent me this. I love this. I love this because I'm always carrying stuff, probably too much stuff. I got my Tamron Hall mug. Season 6 just started. She had Kirk Franklin and Yolanda. There was a big gospel fest. Her new cookbook. It's called The Confident Cook. And it is for those who may be a little intimidated by being in the kitchen. And it can be. If you don't cook, it can be intimidating. I always tell people, if you don't cook, don't be trying it at Thanksgiving. Try on a day when there's no one home and you're practicing. Now, what's funny, I went out and bought this book. And it's going to greet me when I get home because I ordered it on Amazon. But they sent me a copy of the book, Lish Styling. It's all about being a confident cook. That was in there. A water bottle. Tamron Hall show. And another bag. I haven't met a bag I didn't like. She sent me this, and she sent me stylies. Anyone who knows, if you see me like do the, it's always with a stylie. Because of my nails, I do stuff with a stylie. But isn't this neat? I love this surprise. The sales guy said, you have a surprise in conference room 1. I stay in the studio. I said, well, where's conference room 1? I haven't really roamed around in this building to know what's conference room 1, 2, 3. Tamron, I love everything. I love everything. This cookbook, whoo! I look forward to trying out recipes in the fall. But thank you, thank you, thank you. The weekend edition, it goes up early. Yes, it does. The weekend edition goes up very early. Got David A. Gaines, puts everything together, and it's really, really fancy. Thanks for joining me. When you see that notification bell or hit it, you'll know that we're here. Leave a comment, thumbs up. I do read the comments, so leave a comment. You know, that you have on it. Yesterday we had tons and tons of scoop. But I appreciate you guys, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson with my Tamron Hall mug. It's not cute not knowing. And now you know. Thanks for joining me.